Hey there. So I struggled about whether or not I should share this, but I figured that somebody needs to hear it. My husband and I, we went through a season of, just really separation. And God has really brought us to this place now where we have gotten so much stronger, where we're flowing in the things that God has called us to flow in. And this is just the beginning to think about it as well. But we're beginning to flow in the thing that God has called us to. And God has really connected us with people who honor us, who celebrate us, and who value us. People who don't keep us in boxes, even just boxes of the past. And I want to admit that it took a lot to get to this place, seasons of separation, seasons of isolation. And again, I debated about whether or not I wanted to share this, but I figured this could help somebody. I want to share with you two signs that you have. Um, well, let me word it this way: two signs that God is calling you to shift spheres. So, whether it's spheres of influence with people, whether it's in a workplace, whether it's in a church setting. And I do want to give a disclaimer because this does not mean that there won't be adversities in the places that God has called you to, the places that God has assigned you to. But if you're following the leading of the Holy Spirit and you're not resisting Him, I'm going to give you two signs that it's time to move. It's time to shift with the flow of God. The first sign is that the favor has lifted. A lot of times when God has called you to a place, He will give you special favor at that place. And again, remember my disclaimer. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have adversity. But overall, even in the midst of adversity, there is a special grace. When you find that the grace starts lifting from your relationships, that the grace, what was once easy, begins feeling like work, begins feeling like toil, then guess what? Here's the second thing. The second thing is this: when you find that you have outgrown certain places and it begins to bring certain frictions. Here's what I mean by this. When the Lord is calling you to branch out, He will begin to lay certain things on your heart to do. And these things may feel uncomfortable or may not be received by others who are used to viewing you in a box. They thought that you would always remain in that place. They maybe even thought that you needed permission from them to evolve.